I remember meeting Kanha Behera for the first time in Khairagad, where I was teaching for 3 months uh, as a guest lecturer or something like that. I was teaching them art history. Basically, I was invited in the printmaking department, but I was supposed to teach all the students. Printmaking students, painting students, sculpture students, all of them used to come and spend a lot of time with me. So I had developed this habit of going to the studios of these young artists and to see what they were doing. And like in every institution, there are some kind of a competition between the students, between the teachers, and so on. I was an outsider for that. I was spending some time there. Then some of them, one of them told me that like there is an interesting artist. He's from Odisha. He's doing his final year MFA. He's a painter. He's in the painting department. So I thought like when I visit the painting departments and I see other works of these students, I will also catch up with this particular artist. I have seen him, cursorily I have seen him in the department while teaching, but he used to smile very innocently. He wouldn't ask many questions and all. I had noticed him, yes, but I didn't have just a formal introduction. So one day I went there and I found most of the young students, like in any other institution, whether it be in Shantiniketan or in Baroda, in Khairagad also, I found these painting students, more than the sculpture students, making a lot of experiments, experimental works. Some of them were doing some installations, some were doing some kind of a painterly montage, some of them were making some assemblages and so on. And I found, when I reached the Kanha studio, I found this young man sitting and making very huge paintings, and I was impressed. I was impressed, and also I was slightly kind of confused, because I thought these days youngsters are doing experimental works, and here is one young person who is supposed to go places in the coming years, and he is doing conventional painting. I am interested in painting, and I like this painterly way of building images, creating surfaces and so on. So I started talking to this young man, and I found out that he is interested in oil on canvas, which many of his contemporaries used to tell him was a redundant medium, but he was never challenged. And when I looked at his paintings in detail, I found this repeated images coming, or the repeated images of tigers coming in various actions, gesticulations, performances and so on. They were performers, actually they were other actors doing the tiger performance, and this young artist was depicting those images. So I was talking to him, and Kanha revealed, for the first time to me at least, he revealed that he also used to do tiger performance back in his village in Ganjam District in Odisha. Every year he used to do this tiger dance as a ritualistic performance, as a devotee, and even he used to get possessed. And at some point, he decided to sort of, devote his life only to do paintings related to this particular subject. I don't know, it was a vow, or it was an offering, or it was a sort of adamancy to do only one kind of work. But I was impressed, because nowadays we don't see such kind of artists who involve in a particular imagery, particular set of imagery, or involve in developing one particular kind of idea and take it to a level, of aesthetical refinement, aesthetical perfection and so on. So Kanha explained this thing to me. So only one thing I told him, Kanha, why don't you just bring your own self into it? Now you are actually almost making a social document or a document of a performance in an aesthetic way, in a painterly way. But why don't you bring your own self? Then he told me that definitely he was creating his self through the vehicle of other people as the actors. Then once I told him this thing, maybe after as I left the place after 3 months, I didn't really know that what Kanha was doing afterwards. In 2018 or 19, when he passed out from the college, he came to Delhi with a roll of canvases in a truck, and it was COVID time. He got into many kind of governmental issues, somebody caught him and put him in a quarantine, and from there he started his life in Delhi. And it's a long journey, even if it is considered maybe compared to the journey of other senior artists, it is a small journey so far. He has just completed 6 years in Delhi. But during those 6 years, he has been continuously working, continuously refining or bringing refinement to his paintings. And we are going to have this particular solo exhibition, maybe one of his biggest solos so far, in India Habitat Center Palm Court Gallery on 19th September this year, 2025.